You don't know what to say, and then the moment is gone. That's okay. You're not alone. Today, I'll help you speak naturally, simply, and confidently in small talk. Not 10, not 100, but 1,000 real English sentences for everyday life. One sentence at a time will build your confidence. Comment below. Do you freeze in small talk? Yes or no? Chapter 1. Why small talk matters more than you think. You try to speak English, you study grammar, you know vocabulary, but when someone talks to you, you freeze. Your mind goes blank. Your heart beats fast. You want to speak, but the words don't come. You feel embarrassed. You smile, but say nothing, and the conversation is over. You walk away feeling bad. Why? You knew the words, you understood the question, but you couldn't answer. This is the real problem. Not grammar, not long sentences, not complicated topics, just small talk. That's what stops you. That's what makes you feel like a beginner again. Many English learners feel the same. You're not alone. Small talk looks easy, but it's not. It's quick. It's natural. It happens in real life with real people, and real people don't wait. They talk fast. They don't speak like teachers. They don't give you time. That's why small talk feels scary, because it's not just about English. It's about pressure, about connection, about being in the moment. And if you don't know what to say, the moment disappears. You miss your chance to connect. But here's the truth. Small talk is not small. It is everything. It is the key to fluency. It is the first step to real English. Think about it. How do relationships start? How do you make friends? How do you feel part of the group? With small talk, a smile, a hi, a simple question. How was your day? These short moments open doors. They make people trust you. They make people like you. And when people like you, they want to talk to you more. And when you talk more, you get better at English. So the big secret is this. If you want to be fluent, master small talk first. Now, let me tell you a short story. A student named Lena once came to me after class. She said, "Teacher, I know grammar. I watch English TV, but I still feel like I can't speak." I asked her, "What happens when someone says hello to you?" She laughed nervously. "I smile and run away," she said. I smiled back because I understood. I had seen it before many times. So, we started simple. We practiced one line, just one. "Hey, how's it going?" She said it again and again. Then she used it in real life. First with me, then with a classmate, then with a stranger at the library. And one day, she came to class smiling. "I talked to someone on the train," she said, "and it felt real." That was the beginning. Today she teaches English. Yes, the girl who ran away now teaches others to stay. This is why I'm making this video. Not to teach you big words, not to teach you long grammar rules, but to give you the real tools, the real sentences, the ones you need every day, at the cafe, in the elevator, on the phone, at school, at work. These 1,000 small talk sentences are your keys. Each one is a tiny step, but together they will change your life. I promise you. So don't worry if your English is not perfect. Don't worry if you forget words. Don't worry if you feel nervous. That's all normal. But let's make a promise today, you and me. Let's promise to try to learn one sentence at a time, to speak even if it's not perfect. Because small talk is not about being perfect. It's about being present. It's about connection. And connection is where fluency begins. In the next chapter, we will begin with something very simple: how to say hello without feeling like a robot. You will learn real greetings, real feelings, real English. But for now, ask yourself this: what is stopping you from small talk? Is it fear? Is it doubt? Is it habit? Whatever it is, we will break it together. I'm here with you. Let's keep going, one small sentence at a time. Chapter 2: How to say hello without sounding awkward. Let's begin where all conversations begin, with a hello. It sounds so easy, right? Just say hello or hi. But when you are in the real world and someone looks at you and says it first, your brain panics. You freeze. You think, what do I say next? Or, do I sound strange? That's because nobody teaches you how to say hello like a real person. Most English classes say, hello, how are you? I'm fine, thank you. But nobody talks like that in real life. Native speakers say other things. They use their voice, their eyes, their smile. That's why hi can feel hard. You know the word, but you don't feel natural. Today, I want to fix that. I want to help you say hello with confidence and feel like yourself. Let's imagine this. You walk into a cafe. You see someone you know, maybe a classmate or a neighbor. They smile at you and say, "Hey, how's it going?" Now, what do? Do you smile back and nod? Do you say hello and feel awkward? Or do you reply, "Good," and you, in a flat voice that sounds like a textbook? This is what most learners do, and it's okay. You're learning. But what if I told you there are more ways to say hello? More real, simple, friendly ways that native speakers use every day? Let me show you. You don't have to say hello all the time. You can say, "Hey, hi there. Morning. Good to see you. What's up? How's everything? Long time no see. Yo," only for friends. "How's your day going? Hey, how have you been?" These are real greetings. They are short, they are friendly, and most of all, they are used every day by real people. But here's the secret. It's not just the words. It's your voice, your smile, your eyes, your tone. If you say, "Good to see you," but you look tired and nervous, it doesn't feel natural. But if you say it with a little smile, it feels warm, it feels real. People notice your energy. So don't just learn the sentence, practice the feeling. Let me tell you a story. My student Amir was very shy. He had been learning English for 5 years but avoided speaking. He could write. He could understand. But when it came to saying hello, he panicked. One day we practiced only greetings. That's it. We stood up and walked like strangers. He said, "Hi." I said, "Hi." He said, "How's it going?" And I said, "Pretty good." We did this 10 minutes a day. After 1 week, he told me, "I said hello to someone at the gym." He smiled and they talked to me for 5 minutes. I smiled too. That's the power of one sentence. It opens the door. After that, everything gets easier. You can do the same. Practice with yourself. Look in the mirror and say, "Hey, how's your day going?" Say it like a real person. Try different greetings. Change your tone. Smile. Feel relaxed. You don't need to memorize 100 greetings. Just pick 5 you like. Use them every day with your friend, with your neighbor, with your phone assistant. You will see the change. You will feel more natural. You will stop being afraid of hello. Also remember this. Greetings are not about grammar. They are about energy. When someone says, hey, they are not testing your English. They are opening the door. Your job is to walk through that door. And if you don't know what to say next, that's okay. Just smile. Say, good to see you. Or, how have you been? Let the conversation flow. And if it doesn't, that's okay too. You tried, you practiced, you grew stronger. So, now I ask you, what is your favorite way to say hello in English? Comment below. I want to know. I read every comment. And remember, the next time someone says hi, don't panic. Just smile, take a breath, and speak. You are not a robot. You are a learner. You are human. And your hello can make someone's day. In the next chapter, we will explore how to answer one of the most common questions in English. How are you? With real, honest, and useful replies. Not, I'm fine, thank you, but real answers for real life. See you there. Chapter 3. How are you? The secret response nobody taught you. You meet someone. They smile and ask, how are you? What do you say? Most learners say the same thing. I'm fine, thank you. And you? That's what they learn in class. That's what every textbook says. But in real life, native speakers almost never say that. It sounds polite, but not real, not natural. And when you say it, you might feel like a robot. You want to say something more. You want to be real, but you don't know what to say. That's the problem. You know English, but you don't know the small talk. Today, we will fix that. The truth is, there are many ways to answer, how are you? And each answer has a feeling, a mood, a meaning. You can be happy, tired, stressed, excited, or just okay. But no one teaches you those answers. So today, I will give them to you. Real, simple, everyday answers. Not grammar, not big vocabulary, just honest, useful replies. Because when someone asks, how are you? They are not testing your English. They are starting a connection. And you can make that moment special with just one sentence. Let's look at real answers, easy ones. You can say, pretty good, not bad, I'm okay, same old, I'm all right, just tired, doing well, thanks, could be better, can't complain, it's been a long day, I'm hanging in there. Each one is real. Each one is simple. Each one is used every day. You don't have to sound perfect. You just have to sound human. When you say, I'm okay, just a little tired, people understand you. They feel closer to you. It's not just English, it's connection. And that is the goal of language. Let me tell you about my student Maria. She always said, I'm fine, thank you, in a quiet voice. She felt nervous, like she was giving the right answer in a test. One day, I asked her, how are you really? She looked confused. Then she smiled. I'm tired, she said. I didn't sleep much. That's perfect. That's real English, I said. From that day, she stopped saying what she thought was correct. She started saying what was true, and people noticed. They talked to her more. They smiled more because she was being real. You can do the same. Pick 2 or 3 answers you like. Practice them. Say them out loud. Look in the mirror. Smile. Change your voice. Make it sound real. I'm doing okay. Not too bad. I've been better. Say them again and again. Use them with friends. Use them with strangers. Use them even when you feel shy, and you will see. The more honest you are, the more connection you create. Now let's look at how to ask the question back. Not just "and you?" That's okay. But let's try more natural ways. How about you? What about you? How are things with you? How's your day going? Everything good with you? These are easy. These are friendly. And when you use them, people feel you care. You are not just answering. You are continuing the conversation. That's the magic of small talk. So, here's your mission this week. When someone asks you, "How are you?" don't say, "I'm fine." Say something real. Say something simple, but say it with feeling. Maybe I'm doing okay. Maybe could be better. Maybe good, but a little tired. Try it. And after you speak, ask, "How about you?" Then listen. Then smile. Then keep going. One sentence becomes a real moment. And if no one asks you, you start. You ask first, "Hey, how's it going?" Be brave. Be kind. Be real. Your English doesn't have to be perfect. Your heart just has to be open. In the next chapter, we will talk about the best way to start a conversation. The weather. It sounds boring, but it's the #1 small talk topic in the world. And I will show you how to talk about it naturally, easily, and confidently. Chapter 4. Talking about the weather, the easiest conversation starter. Let me tell you a secret. When two strangers talk for the first time, what do they talk about? Not deep things, not politics, not jobs. They talk about the weather. Yes, the weather. It's hot today, isn't it? Looks like rain. Beautiful morning. These little sentences open the door. They feel safe. They are easy. Everyone can see the sky. Everyone can feel the wind. So when you don't know what to say something about the weather. It's the most natural way to start a conversation in English. But many learners ignore this. They think, "Weather, that's not important." So they stay silent. They wait for big moments. But big moments don't come often. Real English lives in small moments, in elevators, at bus stops, in cafes, and the weather is your best friend. In these moments, it gives you something to say when your mind is blank, when you're nervous, when you want to speak but don't know how. Weather is the key. Let me show you how. You don't need big words, just simple, true sentences like, "It's freezing today, so hot out, I'm melting. Nice breeze, right? Looks like it might rain. It's a perfect day for a walk. The weather's been crazy lately. Feels like spring is finally here. Gah, it's so humid. We need some rain, don't we? The sky is beautiful today." These sentences are easy. You can use them with anyone. The shopkeeper, your neighbor, the person next to you in line. You don't need a deep topic, just a shared moment. You both feel the weather. You both live in it. That's enough. Now let me tell you a story. My student Hannah moved to London. She was shy. Her English was okay, but she didn't speak much. One day it was raining hard. She stood next to a woman at the bus stop. After some silence, she said, "British weather is always surprising." The woman smiled and laughed. "Yes, and we still never carry umbrellas. They talked for 5 minutes. It was Hannah's first conversation with a stranger in English. That one sentence about the rain gave her courage, and after that, she kept going. More smiles, more hellos, more small talk, and more confidence. You can do the same. Look around. Is it sunny, cold, cloudy? Say something. Try it in front of the mirror. Practice your tone. Beautiful day, right? Smile when you say it. Feel the sentence in your body. Then take it to the street. Say it to someone, anyone. The words are simple, but the feeling, that moment, is powerful. Remember, you don't need to be interesting. You need to be real. People don't remember perfect grammar. They remember warmth. They remember connection. So when the sky gives you something to talk about, use it. It's a free gift. And here's one more tip. If you feel shy, you can talk about the weather even when nobody answers. Just say it out loud. Wow, it's cold today. Say it in your room. Say it when you open the window. Say it when you go outside. This trains your brain to speak naturally. Soon, it will become a habit. And when someone is near, they will hear you, and maybe they will reply. That's how conversations start. So, what's the weather like today where you are? Comment below and tell me in one English sentence. I read every comment. Let's practice together. In the next chapter, we will talk about one of the most common small talk questions. Where are you from? I'll show you how to answer it with confidence, curiosity, and pride. Chapter 5. Where are you from? Talking about places and people. Sometimes someone looks at you, smiles, and asks, "So, where are you from?" It's a simple question, but for many English learners, it feels big. You stop, you think, you feel nervous. Maybe you feel shy about your accent. Maybe you don't know how to say your city's name in English. Or maybe you just don't know how to keep the conversation going after that. So you say, I'm from Pakistan. Or, I'm from Brazil. And then silence. You wait for them to speak again. You hope they say more. But what if they don't? What if they just smile and say, "Oh, nice," and walk away? That's when you feel a little lost. You want to say more, but you don't know how. That's why today's chapter is important. Talking about where you're from is not just about geography. It's about stories. It's about you. People ask, "Where are you from?" because they're curious. It's a question that opens the door to knowing someone. But here's the secret. It's not only about the country. It's about who you are, what your place is like, how it feels to live there. And you don't need difficult English to talk about that. You just need to learn how to describe your place with heart, with feeling, with confidence. And today, I will show you how. Let's start simple. When someone asks you, "Where are you from?" you can say, "I'm from country." But that's just the beginning. You can add more. You can say, "I'm from the north of Italy. It's a quiet place with a lot of mountains." Or, "I'm from a small village near Dhaka. It's very green and peaceful." Or, "I'm from Tokyo. It's a big, busy city with lights everywhere." These are short, easy sentences, but they are full of life. They help people see your world. You can also add personal feelings. I miss my hometown sometimes. It's beautiful but very hot in summer. I love the food there. These little things turn a boring answer into a real conversation. And when you speak from your heart, people listen. They don't care if your English is perfect. They care if you are real. Let me tell you about a student of mine named Diego. He came from a small town in Mexico. When he first came to class, he didn't like talking about his town. He thought it was too small, not interesting. He felt shy when people asked, "Where are you from?" He would just say, "Mexico," and smile. But one day, I asked him to describe his town in one sentence. He said, "It's a quiet place with orange trees and kind people." I smiled and said, "That's beautiful. Say that when someone asks you next time." He did. And the next time someone asked, he didn't just say Mexico. He said, "I'm from a small town with orange trees and kind people." And the person replied, "That sounds amazing. I'd love to visit someday." That moment gave Diego confidence. He started sharing more. And now he speaks with pride. You can do that too. You don't need long stories, just small sentences with emotion. Say something about your town, your family, your childhood, the food, the weather, the people. Say what makes your place special to you. It doesn't matter if it's a big city or a tiny village. Every place has something beautiful. And when you share that beauty, people remember you. You can also ask questions. After you say where you're from, you can ask, "Have you ever been there?" Or, "Do you know it?" Or even, "Where are you from?" This keeps the conversation going. It shows that you're not just answering, you're also interested in them. Small talk is a two-way street. You speak, then you listen, then you speak again. This is how language becomes a bridge, not a wall. Now, let's practice together. Imagine someone asks you, "Where are you from?" Try to answer in one full sentence, not just your country, something about your place. Try to add one detail. Maybe the food, maybe the nature, maybe the people. Say it out loud. Feel your words. Don't worry about grammar. Worry about being human. You are sharing your world. That is a gift. And remember, you are not just learning English. You are learning to share your story. And your story starts with where you're from. Speak it proudly. Speak it slowly. Speak it with love. Because when you talk about your place with love, your English becomes more than words. It becomes alive. So, where are you from? Tell me in the comments. Use one full sentence. Let's learn from each other. Let's listen to each other's words. I read every comment, and I can't wait to hear about your place. In the next chapter, we will talk about another common small talk topic: jobs, study, and daily life. What do you do? What do you say when someone asks that? Don't worry, I'll help you feel ready. Chapter 6. What do you do? Jobs, study, and daily life. It's one of the most common small talk questions in English. Someone looks at you and asks, "So what do you do?" They want to know if you work or study. They are not being rude. They are just curious. It's a normal question in English-speaking countries, but for English learners, this question often feels uncomfortable. You stop. You think. You feel nervous. What do I say? What if I don't have a job? What if I don't know how to explain my work in English? Maybe you're a student. Maybe you stay at home. Maybe you are between jobs. And suddenly, one small question feels very big. But it doesn't have to be. Today, we will learn how to answer this question with calm, with confidence, and with honesty. You don't need a big vocabulary. You don't need fancy words. You just need simple sentences that feel true, and I will give them to you. Let's start with some basic answers. If you have a job, you can say, I work in a hospital. I'm a teacher. I work in marketing. I'm a software developer. I have a small business. I work at a restaurant. If you're a student, you can say, I'm a student at university. I'm studying English full-time. I take evening classes. I'm learning online right now. If you stay at home or don't work right now, you can say, I stay home with my kids. I'm between jobs right now. I'm taking a break at the moment. I'm looking for something new. I help my family at home. These sentences are simple. They are real. They are polite. You don't need to explain everything. Just one line is enough. You are not in a job interview. You are just having a small talk moment. One sentence, one connection. Now here's the part that makes your answer special. After you answer, you can add one short detail. For example, I'm a teacher. I work with young children. I'm a student. I'm learning graphic design. I work in a shop. I really enjoy talking to customers. I'm looking for work. I used to be in customer service. I stay at home with my baby. She's 1 year old. This small detail turns your answer into a story. It helps the listener understand you better. It creates connection, and it gives them something to say next. That's the power of small talk. It keeps the conversation moving. Let me tell you about one of my students. His name is Kareem. He worked as a cleaner in the city, but he always felt ashamed to say that in English. He thought people would look down on him. So when someone asked, "What do you do?" he used to say, "Nothing special." But one day I asked him, "What do you really do?" He said, "I clean offices at night. It's hard work, but I listen to English podcasts while I clean." I smiled and said, "That's powerful. That's real. Say that." The next time someone asked him, he said proudly, "I clean buildings at night and I listen to English while I work." The person smiled back and said, "That's amazing. You're learning while working. I respect that." And from that moment, Kareem stopped hiding. He started sharing. You can do the same. Don't be afraid of your answer. Whether you're working, studying, resting, or helping at home, your time has value. Your day has meaning. And when you speak with honesty, people respect you more. Also, if you don't want to talk about work, that's okay too. You can move the conversation gently. Say something like, I work in tech, but I love music more. I study full-time, but I'm also learning English for fun. I'm taking a break now and spending more time with family. This shows that you are not just your job. You are a person with interests, dreams, and real life. And people love that. After you answer, don't forget to ask back, what about you? Do you work nearby? What do you do? This makes the conversation fair. You're not just talking, you're listening too. That's what makes small talk feel kind and natural. So now I ask you, what do you do? Think about your life, your day, your energy. Try to write one sentence in English. Say it out loud. Add one small detail. Try it in front of the mirror. Practice it until it feels easy. That sentence is your story. That sentence is your power. And comment below. Tell me what you do in one short sentence. I read every comment, and I'd love to hear about your work, your study, or your daily life. In the next chapter, we'll talk about weekend conversations. How to answer the question, what did you do this weekend? You'll learn fun, simple ways to talk about your past, even if you did nothing special. Chapter 7. We can talk. What did you do? Monday morning, you walk into class or work. Or maybe you meet someone on the street. They smile and ask, "How was your weekend?" Or, "What did you do this weekend?" And suddenly your brain freezes. You know what you did. Maybe you stayed home. Maybe you cleaned. Maybe you watched a movie. But in English, the words don't come. You smile. You say, "Nothing special." And the moment ends inside. You feel a little sad because you wanted to speak. You wanted to connect, but you didn't know how. That's okay. It happens to many learners, and that's why we're here today, to fix that step by step. Talking about the weekend is one of the most common ways to start a conversation. It's safe, it's friendly, it gives people something to share. That's why native speakers use it so often. They ask, "How was your weekend?" Even when they don't expect a long answer. They just want to talk. They want to feel close. So when you learn how to answer this question in simple English, you will feel more confident. You will feel ready. And that's a beautiful thing. Let's start with easy answers. If you had a quiet weekend, you can say, "It was okay. I stayed home, pretty quiet. I just relaxed, not much. Just watched TV. I did some cleaning and laundry, nothing special, just took it easy." These are simple, natural, real. You don't have to do something exciting to talk about it. Even rest is part of life. You can also add short details. I stayed home and watched a movie. I relaxed with my family. I cooked something nice. These small additions turn your answer into a real conversation. If you did something fun, you can say, "I went to the park. I saw a movie with a friend. We had a barbecue. I visited my grandparents. I went shopping." Again, these are short, easy to remember. You can build on them if you want. "I saw a movie with my sister. It was really funny. We went to the beach. The weather was perfect." Little moments, little stories. That's all small talk is. Let me tell you about my student Nyaka. She used to feel nervous every Monday. She told me, "My teacher always asks about my weekend and I never know what to say. I feel stupid." I said, "You are not stupid. You just need some tools." So, we practiced. She wrote down 3 small things every weekend. Just 3. Then we practiced saying them in English. I made pancakes. I called my mom. I listened to music. After 2 weeks, she felt ready. On Monday, her teacher asked again, "What did you do this weekend?" And she answered, "I made pancakes on Saturday, and on Sunday, I went for a walk." The teacher smiled. The moment passed, but inside, something had changed. She had spoken, she had connected, and she was proud. You can do that too. Every weekend, write down 1 or 2 things you did. Say them out loud. Practice with a mirror, with a friend, or even with your phone. You don't need grammar books. You need real sentences, real moments, real practice. And don't forget, you can also ask questions. After someone shares, you can say, "That sounds fun. What movie did you see? Did you enjoy it? Where did you go? Do you do that often?" These questions keep the talk going. They show interest. They make people feel good. And they make you feel more fluent because you're not just answering, you're participating. Also, if you really did nothing, that's okay too. You can say, "I didn't do much, just needed rest. It was a lazy weekend." Sometimes quiet weekends are the best. Be honest, be real, be human. That's what makes small talk work. So, What did you do last weekend? Try saying it in 1 or 2 short English sentences. Comment below. Tell me. Let's practice together. Don't be shy. Even if you just rested, your words matter. Your English matters. Your life matters. In the next chapter, we'll talk about hobbies and interests. How to speak about the things you love doing in your free time. This is where small talk gets fun and personal.